Good morning, guys. I wanted to do a little landscape acrylic with you today. So thought I would say hello first, and then maybe come over here and you can show what I'm doing so far, please. So I have just mixed media paper, but you can use whatever you have. And I just kind of need a loose sketch of what I was thinking. Couple of points here that, and I'll kind of go over this. I'm going to do that. That, of course, is our horizon line. And then this, I was thinking would be my background tree line, and maybe more trees here. There's my dog, sorry. This is an, rough idea of a stream, a little river. And you can see in my foreground here, it's wide and opened up. It's the biggest area. I'm right in front of it. My midground is, middle. And then my background, my stream is the smallest. I might even cover some of that up. So again, background, midground, foreground, horizon line, vanishing point. Okay, so let's start building. I'm using, look at this little crafty brush. I love these, they're little sponges, and you can use this brush like any other brush in like a million different ways. So if I go straight down, it's a straight line, right? If I go down this way, it's a pretty big broad stroke. If I want to do a really tiny corner, I just use the tip. So just a lot of different ways. Look at, if you use the side, it gives you this. So there's that, and then I have a natural sponge too, just because I think, actually I'm gonna tear this up. I think I'm gonna use this for the canopy of the trees. So let's start building. Just grab whatever paints you have, and I have, and I literally just grabbed whatever because I didn't want to overthink it, but I have, this is oxide green, this is lavender, blue, and always white, and then water. And I have a rag because I don't use paper towels or paper, whatever, napkins. So maybe you guys have a rag, or maybe you use paper things. You can rinse your brush off, because once you wet your sponge, you have to dry it. It'll be too mucky. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit of water on my sponge, because when you paint on paper, you want it to be a little more fluid than on canvas. Okay, always white. And I kind of use the middle of my palette to mix. Just a little bit of this blue. Oops. Yeah. So let's just start building in here loosely. And I really like seeing the brush strokes. It's kind of impressionistic. Not realistic, like sort of an impression of something. I'm just gonna go up to my horizon line. And you guys can take your time. I just kind of wanna do this a little quickly so it's not this long, drawn out video, but I want you to be able to follow along. So, hope you're doing well. I miss you so badly. Yeah, look at, it's just kind of a fun. Also, acrylic paint dries quickly on paper, which is nice for like a quick sort of illustrative look. But that means that if you want to do any blending, you have to work a little quickly. Let me just do another layer. I'm gonna add just a little bit of white. give it maybe on the top. Kind of playing this as I go. Yeah, I like that. And I like this line. It's kind of a hard line. It's blended a little bit. It kind of looks like clouds. Again, in an impressionistic way. You can see I've done a grade here. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hard line. Cool. Okay, so I always like to work back forward. So I actually want to lay some darkness in here first. So I don't have any black, so blue is my darkest color. I'm going to add a little green on it. So, I'm just going to lay in some darkness on the edge of my river banks here. I'll have my brush a little bit. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a blue base. I'm going to brush out my edges too. This is dark. My brush strokes kind of all going in the same direction. You can see it's almost dried. Just kind of loose, just laying it in there. Also, if you work a little quickly, it's sort of freeing. Kind of see the bigger picture instead of getting too tight and small sometimes. I want to add a little white, so I'm going to work dark to light. I like that. Using the tip, getting in this small area. Okay, I'm gonna